What is going on, guys? I'm with the Moose, and today I'm bringing another episode of Ghost Face Off. Today we're going to be breaking down the Bulldog versus the MTS-255. The gameplay you're watching is on containment with the MTS, and I think it's pretty nice. It's not the best gameplay, but these maps aren't completely suited towards shotguns, so I tried my best, and I tried to get some of the best gameplay I could, and I'm definitely not a shotgun expert, so the gameplay you're watching is certainly not the best, but hopefully you guys do enjoy anyway. Now let's get right into it with damage. The Bulldog has a damage of 50 to 17 times 8, so each of those is per pellet, so you do 50 damage or 217 damage per pellet, depending on how far you are away. Obviously the range of these are not very long. Either of them really. I use muzzle brake on both, but either of them both don't have very good range. The MTS has a little better range, but overall you're definitely going to want to be right in everybody's face. Now that means the Bulldog will have a damage of 400 to 136 if you're right up close to them and you can actually hit them up close and hit every single pellet. Now this basically means you can hit anywhere from two pellets to all 8 if you want, if you're right up close, and you can get a one-hit kill. Then again, the Bulldog shoots very fast, as we'll see later, so you don't necessarily have to worry about a one-hit kill. Now the MTS-255 has a damage of 60 to 13 times 8, so both of them, if you get up close to people, you're really not going to have to worry about getting these kills that you're looking for. They're going to be pretty easy to pull off. Moving on to rate of fire now, the Bulldog has a rate of fire of 480 rounds per minute. This is the highest in the shotgun tier by a ton, and you're going to see just in a second. The MTS-255 has a rate of fire of 285, and this is actually the second highest in the shotgun tier. So basically the Bulldog has a 200 rate of fire, or 195 if you want to be very specific. 195 rounds per minute advantage over the MTS, which is extremely good. Now the reload time for each of these weapons are very strikingly different, is what I should say. I was about to say similar. They're very different. The Bulldog has a cancel reload time of 1.6 seconds and a full reload time of 2.6 seconds. Obviously that means there must be at least one shotgun shell left in the magazine. Now the MTS has a reload cancel time of 3.125 seconds with a full reload time of 3.9 seconds. So this is a huge disadvantage on the side of the MTS. You're really going to need to either be using sleight of hand, or you're going to definitely be wanting to reload cancel, because even the reload cancel is slower than the full time to reload the Bulldog, which is pretty striking. Now the mag size is the final statistic we're going to look at before I break down with my thoughts and stuff. The Bulldog has 6 shells normally and 9 with extended mags, whereas the MTS-255 has 5 normally, and it does not have the ability to equip extended magazines. So even without extended mags, the Bulldog has a 1-round advantage, and with extended mags it has a 4-round advantage. Obviously there's a huge disadvantage for the MTS, and as you guys are probably seeing, the MTS has a strong disadvantage. Right here I'm just trying to find the skull on the wall. I don't know why it wouldn't let me breach it, if you guys are wondering what I was doing there. But I think that the Bulldog is so much better than the MTS. I wanted to show you guys the MTS because basically the stats are basically saying that it's terrible. But in this gameplay you can probably see it has some good stopping power up close. It's definitely not the best gun in the game, but it's certainly usable. And I definitely recommend using it if you never have before. I never really used it much before researching this episode, and I quite enjoy the weapon, but the Bulldog is head over heels above it. So much better, much easier to use, much friendlier, much more forgiving in that matter, and I highly recommend using the Bulldog if you're going for the really good shotgun build. It's probably the best shotgun within Ghosts, certainly the best rushing shotgun, I guess.